Welcome back to the channel, everyone. My name is Adam, this is Vancity Audi, and in today's video I'm going to be providing you guys a full-length review on integrated engineering Stage 1 93 octane tune for a B8S4. In behind me we have my daily driver, my glorified Passat 2012 Audi S4. I put about 5,000 miles on the car since I tuned the car with integrated engineering software. I have done quarter-mile testing, 0 to 60 testing, spirited back road driving, cruising on the freeway to and from work, city driving on the bumpy roads of Vancouver, BC, Canada. I have done a lot of different driving on this car. It gives me a pretty good impression on how well sorted this software is. Today I'm going to take you for a drive and talk you through all the highs and the lows of this software and let you guys all know if I still think I made the right decision going with integrated engineering. Let's go for a drive, guys. Let's start off this review right, shall we? Quarter-mile run right off the bat. Let's see how it goes. Little bit of wheel spin. This thing hauls ass though. Just rolled up, launched the car, a little bit of hesitation, I think it was from third to fourth or second to third, somewhere along the way, but pretty damn impressive. 11.87 quarter mile and a 3.700 to 60. That's a stage 1 file, 93 octane file, and you're able to achieve those numbers. That's pretty awesome. Starting this video off right. I know that I've modified my car slightly, but for most stage 1 users, I imagine they're going to do similar type mods. I feel like an air intake is one of the go-tos for most people. I threw downpipes on it for a bit of sound and a teeny bit of power. I imagine people will do that too. The only big thing that I did that probably most people won't is the downgrade or upgrade, however you look at it, of my calipers and my rotors, which is definitely gonna help with unsprung weight. But that's not too shabby. So starting it off with performance. It has been awesome. I have been very impressed with the stage 1 power, speed, just the performance in general, spirited back road driving. It has been really good and has lived up to the hype that was generated online when I was choosing which tune I wanted to go with for my B8S4. So as much as I'm a guy that is really into performance, there are a lot of people out there that isn't the main thing they look for when it comes to tuning their vehicle. One concern people have actually messaged me about was, Adam, how's the gas mileage since you've tuned the car? Has it got really bad? No, it hasn't. Right now, I am showing 21 miles per gallon. I do a mix of city and highway driving to get that. When I daily drive the car, I don't push it like crazy. I'm a pretty chill driver to achieve that mileage, but that's pretty darn good considering when the car was stock, I was seeing 22 miles per gallon, a 1 mile per gallon difference, and I have way more horsepower, quite a bit more torque, and the car is like over a full second faster. That is frigging awesome. The gas mileage hasn't been noticeable at all. I imagine those that drive, we'll say, with a bit heavier foot than I do on their daily drive, obviously it's gonna affect your gas mileage, it's gonna go down, but I can't see it going below 19 miles per gallon if you're always on it on a stage 1 tune from integrated engineering, which is very respectable for a supercharged 3-liter V6 motor. The next thing that really mattered to me and why I made this decision to go with integrated engineering was the aspect of customer support and how so many people said it was really good. That was a big deal to me because I'm kind of picky. So I push my car to the limit, and if I'm gonna have issues, I wanna know that I have their support to help me out if I have a problem that I can't figure out or that Ryder Performance can't figure out, and they've been there for me. It's been great. I think the longest I waited for a response was about a day and a half when I submitted something. That's really good. There are companies out there, you hear, I haven't heard anything for 5 days now. That's what I'm talking about, but the not so good customer support. So it's been a really good experience. When I had trouble, for those of you that follow the channel and you saw me have a little bit of trouble with their initial stage 1 tune on the dyno, and I saw that dip in power, that was sorted out so quickly. I sent in my logs, they looked at them, that's an easy fix, we got you. Sent out a revision, and all it was they raised target boost. The rest of the tune is exactly the same, so it's an easy fix, and I went out in there and logged more. Whoa. Once I got some logs to them, they sent me a revision. I feel like that was like 3 days. Then I went out, logged, needed to be a bit higher, did it again, and a couple more days I had another tune. I've been very, very impressed with their customer support, and just the fact that they are wanting me to go faster. They're excited about me wanting to go faster and push the limits. It's only a stage 1 tune, so it's not like we're gonna break anything pushing the limits of the motor, but still, I felt supported. It was a very quick turnaround when I needed something, and the customer support has been fantastic to this day. Now I'll touch on the daily drivability, a very, very big thing for a lot of people. When you're using the car day in and day out, and it is your sole primary source of transportation, you wanna make sure that it drives well. Daily drivability on the freeway, we'll say. Cruising. This car is an excellent cruiser. The RPMs in 7th gear are extremely low when you're just chilling on the freeway, and it's always been like that. So that really hasn't changed with the tune. As for the driving, when you put your foot down, when you need passing power, this is one of those things that I might be super picky on, but I have to share it with you guys because I'm always upfront about my experience. I have found that since I've tuned the car, I feel like it needs too much throttle response to downshift to get you into that higher RPM to pass someone. If you don't quite push down enough on the throttle, you get that lugging sensation because it isn't downshifting to get you into the right RPMs for power. Yes, it's a supercharged motor, so you do have a lot more grunt down low than a turbocharged motor, which is gonna struggle when you're not at boost. But it could just be me that I'm picky. I find that I'm in traffic and I put my foot down, and I feel like I've put my foot down enough where I feel like I'm at 50, 60% throttle, and the car, in my opinion, should downshift and give you that little bit oomph to get going. I don't feel it does that. Again, it could just be me being super picky, but I don't want to feel like I have to floor it to get it to downshift. Easiest way around this, I know, guys. I know the comments will be filled. Get a manual, bro. Put it in manual, just shift. That's an easy way around it. If you're daily driving and you just downshift your transmission, you'll be in the right gear, so when you floor it, you're already there. But for a lazy ass like me that is commuting 80 kilometers, 90 kilometers almost every day to and from work, you kind of just want to sit back and relax in sport or in drive sometimes. You don't want to have to think. I've been thinking all day. I think on the weekends with you guys, and I don't want to all the time. So that's just my negative feedback on the drivability. Everything else has been really good. When you're stepping on it, you're in power. The shifts are crisp. The shifts are on point, for real. That was one of the coolest thing about this tune, was I was having problems with my mechatronic unit, and I seemed to kind of get around the majority of it, and then it pretty much stopped doing it. It was like an 80% fix. Then I tuned the vehicle, and now it's at like 90% fixed. I'm not sure how much clutch pressure they increase on these clutches in the transmission with their transmission tune, but it worked. The car feels awesome. When you shift and you're going through the gears on launch, damn, it is very noticeable. They're much more responsive. They're much snappier shifts, which is friggin' great for quarter-mile drag racing. And if someone's being a dick to you on the freeway and you need to get going and you mash it, your shifts are coming at you very, very quickly. Now I'll touch on the value for your money. Is it worth how much money it costs to purchase these tunes? You can always get them on sale, so sometimes you save 100, 150 bucks here and there, but this stuff isn't cheap. None of this stuff is. This car world, especially in the Audi world, they like to charge you a lot for this stuff. But is it worth the money? Hell to the yes it is. It drives so much better than when it was stock. I know it sounds cliche and you hear it all the time, but Integrated Engineering have managed to work out this tune to make it feel like this is the way the car should have come from the factory. It is so crisp, it is so well driven. It just, everything about it, except that weird downshift in throttle. Again, that could just be me. I feel like you gotta push too hard to get it to downshift, but besides that, everything's really good. I want to be more of a realist and give you guys some more negative feedback, but there is none. I was really hoping this car would perform as well as I hoped it would, and it's lived up to it. We haven't had any serious mechanical issues except for this weird mechatronic, which seems to have been 90% fixed from reteaching it how to drive around the problem, and now it just doesn't happen, and the increased clutch pressure from this Integrated Engineering tune. It has been awesome. So, to wrap it all up, this software solution from Integrated Engineering has been fantastic. I highly recommend it to anyone that wants to get more out of their B8 or their B8.5. It has been super reliable. I have had no issues software-wise, except for that one weird target boost thing, which I already talked about. Besides that, everything's been fine. When you drove it, you didn't feel that, and it's only in this really cold weather that we're getting, well, really cold to me in Vancouver, that enabled the car to make that much boost. The density altitude was crazy low, the air was very, very dense, so the boost I was seeing was very high. Besides that, the car's been awesome. I am frigging pumped. I'm so happy I went with Integrated Engineering. They've been really good to me with the support they'd offered me, as well as all of their parts. So I've used their hardware as well, their intake and their downpipes. Both work great. I've also rocked that Merc Racing heat exchanger. I know it's not part of the review and anything, but everything's been going great. It has been a wonderful experience thus far. Going back to the top though, if I had to do it again, I still would try to splurge a bit more money and buy a B8.5. Just a little less problems, and I know when I'm pushing it and I'm going full meal deal, it will go quicker than this car will because of the transmission. That's all I gotta say about it. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helps make your decision on what stage 1 tune you want to go with, and knowing that Integrated Engineering has done a fabulous job with their tuning solution. Until next time, guys, take care.